Okay, so welcome back. Okay, I'm going to show you how to play. Well, this is part 3 of how to play Silent Lucidity by Queensryche. Yeah. Okay. So in part 2, okay, it kind of got cut off at the end. I was trying to show you this. Okay. Well, I'm going to show that to you in this video. And then I'm going to show you the guitar solo, and if I have time, the outro for it. Okay, so from the 3rd fret of the B and G strings, you slide up to the 5th fret. Okay, got that? Then you play the 3rd fret of the B and the 4th fret of the G. Then you play the 1st fret of the B and the open G. Then you play the 2nd fret of the D. Then you play the 1st fret of the B and the open G. So slowly it goes like. Okay. In full speed, it goes like this. Remember, this is all done with your fingers. And then you get your electric guitar out and your pick. And I'm going to teach you the solo now. Okay. So, where's my pick? Here it is. Okay. Okay, so the solo goes like this. Easy enough. Okay. So, first note is the 8th fret on the G. Then you play the 6th fret of the B, and you bend it up a whole step, and then bring it down. Release it. So it's like. Then you pre-bend the 8th fret of the B a whole and a half step. Okay, so that's a whole step and a half step. Okay, you have to make the bend to match the 11th fret of the B. So it's like. So it's like. So then you play the 6th fret of the B, and you bend that up a half step. I mean a whole step, and then you release it. Then from the 8th fret of the G, you slide down. Then from the 3rd fret of the G, you slide up to the 5th fret. Then you palm mute the 5th fret of the D. Then you palm mute the 5th fret of the G. Then you palm mute the 5th fret of the D. So it's like. Okay? It's like this. Then you don't palm mute the 5th fret of the G. Then you play this. Which is you play the 5th fret of the G again. Then you slide up to the 7th fret. Then you slide back down to the 5th fret. Then you go back to the same beginning, 8th fret of the G. Then you play the 6th fret of the B. You bend it up a whole step, release, pre-bend the 8th fret of the B, a whole and a half step, then you release it, then you play the 6th fret of the B, you bend it up a whole step, then you release it. Then, okay? Then from the 8th fret of the G, slide down. Then from the 5th fret of the G, you slide up to the 7th fret. So it's like, then you bend it up a half step, then you release it, then you play the 5th fret of the G. So it's like, okay, now that sequence of notes, which is the 7th fret of the G, you bend it up a half step, you release it, back to the regular 7th fret of the G, then you play the 5th fret of the G. So it's like, okay, it's repeated throughout, like, that whole messy stuff, whatever, after the like the normal, not normal, really, like the main guitar solo. So, like, you do this, okay, you do that, like 10 times, I think, and then you end with the 4th fret on the G. Okay, and you add a vibrato on that 4th fret of the G. So it's like, okay, and then I might as well show you the outro. Then you go back to like whatever I showed you in part 2 or 3. I mean 1, part 1 or 2. Like either that or that, whatever. You know, I know they play the chorus again. I know that. So anyway, in the outro, you play this. Okay, you play this. Okay, like in part 1, I showed you this riff. Okay, you play that. I think twice, 2 or 4 times, and then you go to this again. You play it again. Okay, you end with 7th fret of the high E, open B, open G, open B, 7th fret of the high E. So it's like, okay, so it's like, and there you go. That is Silent Lucidity by Queensryche. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe. You know, and keep requesting songs, okay? And peace.